This is a moment they have been dreaming about. And this evening, it is my great honour, on behalf of Paralympics Australia, to officially unveil the Australian swim team for the Tokyo Paralympic Games. Representing Paralympics Australia is the chef de mission of the Australian Paralympic team, Kate McLaughlin, joined on stage by Swimming Australia Chief Executive Officer Alex Bowman. Kate will present each athlete with their Qantas boarding passes to Tokyo. Now, let's meet the team, starting with our coaches, led by para head coach Brendan Burkett. Joining him are John Bell, Clinton Camilleri, Harley Connolly, Nathan Doyle, Kate Sparks, Greg Tao, and Yuri Vadavenchenko. And now, let's meet the athletes. The 200 metres individual medley gold medalist at the 2018 Commonwealth Games from the Marion Club in South Australia, Jessie Ungles. A three-time finalist at her first Paralympic Games in Rio, from the Traralgon in Victoria, Emily Beecroft. He's just 17 years old and off to his first Paralympics after winning 5 medals at the 2019 National Championships. From Auburn Swim Club in New South Wales, Ricky Batar. She's a 15-time Paralympic Games medalist, including 6 gold medals, and is all ready for her 4th Paralympic Games. From Knox Pymble Swim Club, New South Wales, it's Ellie Cole. A finalist in all 4 events at the 2016 Rio Games. From Yeronga Park Swimming Club in Queensland, Rowan Crothers. A bronze medalist at her first international event, the Rio Paralympics. From USC Spartans in Queensland, Katia Dedekind. He won a gold, silver and bronze medal at his first Games in 2016. From PLC Aquatic in Victoria, Tim Diskin. Former surf life-saving Ironman, now heading to his first Paralympics. From Somerset in Queensland, Tom Gallagher. She's just 16, but already has a World Championship bronze medal to her name. From Bay and Basin Swim Club in New South Wales, Jasmine Greenwood. Dual Paralympic champion and 8-time world champion. From Belgravia in Queensland, Brendan Hall. His efforts at the Australian titles and his world record tonight ensures he's on the plane to Tokyo. From USC Spartans in Queensland, Benjamin Hans. Making her Paralympic and international debut, sprint specialist from Genesis Aquatic in Queensland, Kiralee Hayes. A Commonwealth Games silver medalist and dual bronze medalist at the 2019 World Championships, from the Auburn Swim Club in New South Wales, Timothy Hodge. With 2 Paralympic Games behind him and a silver medal at the 2019 World Championships, from Melbourne Vic Centre in Victoria, it's Ahmed Kelly. She's competed in 6 events at her first Paralympics in 2016. From the University of Queensland, Paige Leonhardt. Set to become only the 2nd Australian Paralympian to swim at 5 Games, a member of our team since Athens in 2004, from the North Sydney in New South Wales, Matt Levy. An international debut at the World Championships in 2019, and now he's heading to Tokyo. From Nudgee College in Queensland, William Martin. A world record-setting relay gold medalist in Rio, from Melbourne Vic Centre in Victoria, Ashley McConnell. A rising star heading to her first Games, from St Hilda's in Queensland, it's Madeline McTurnan. A 4th placing at the 2019 World Championships has whet the appetite for first-time Paralympian from Carina League Swim Club in Queensland, Jake Michelle. Six-time World Championship medalist from Central Cairns Swimming in Queensland, Grant Scooter Patterson. She won 6 medals at the Rio 2016 Games, including 2 gold. From Belgravia in Queensland, Lakeisha Patterson. On his international debut at the 2019 World Championships, he announced his arrival with 3 medals. From Arena Swim Club in Western Australia, Ben Popham. A Paralympian in 2016 and Commonwealth Games silver medalist in 2018 from Kawana Waters Swimming Club in Queensland, Liam Schluter. She emerged on the international scene at the 2019 World Championships and is looking to make a mark in Tokyo. From the USC Spartans in Queensland, Kira Stevens. another of the team's rising stars, World Championship bronze medalist from the USC Spartans in Queensland, Ruby Storm. Four medals in Rio in 2016, including gold in the 100 metres breaststroke from Ruwinga Aquatic Centre in New South Wales, Tiffany Thomas-Kane. He's backed up strong swims from the Australian Championships at the trials, and now he'll pull on the green and gold for the first time. From SLC Aquadot in New South Wales, Alexander Tuckfield. She announced her arrival at the Australian Multi-Class Championships earlier this year and is now on the plane to Tokyo. From the Wagga Wagga Swim Club in New South Wales, it's Ashley Van Ryswyk. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the youngest member of the Australian swimming team for Tokyo 2020. From Norwood, South Australia, Isabella Vincent. Rio 2016 50 metres freestyle gold medalist from Chandler in Queensland, Rachel Watson. And finally, from Q Swim Club in Victoria, Cole Pearce. Although Cole couldn't attend the trials due to COVID restrictions placed on Victoria, he achieved the qualifying time at the Australian Multi-Class Championships on the Gold Coast in April, allowing him to be selected. Congratulations to the Australian swim team for the Tokyo Paralympic Games.
What a wonderful moment. The crowd are loving it. These athletes are loving it. We are so proud to be able to bring it to you live. The announcement of the Paralympics team, the swim team for Tokyo 2020. 32 athletes in all, 15 debutants, 2 athletes going to their 4th Olympic Games, and of course Matt Levy going to his 5th Paralympic Games. We got rookies in there, world record breakers, characters galore. That Qantas plane heading to Tokyo for the Paralympics is going to be quite a ride.
I just love team announcements. There is something so magical about hearing each name called, and for those individual athletes, whether they're going to their 1st, their 2nd, their 3rd, in Ellie's case 4th, in Matt Levy's case 5th Paralympics, it still means the same, because it is such a huge relief in some cases, but always such a huge honour to wear the green and gold and represent your country.
And Nicole, a wonderful mix as well, and a great reflection of the amount of talent that's been on show here in the multi-class categories across the last 5 nights.
Absolutely. We've seen so much diversity throughout the performances over the past 5 nights, and we've seen some world records. We've seen it all come over this, and it comes down to this moment, this huge opportunity to call yourself a Para-Olympian. And just seeing that announcement, just how special it is to every individual and all the families up in the grandstands who are there on the journey with them.
So 32 athletes. Sorry, Hacky, I didn't know that you were watching on by there.
Nicole has changed.
Yes, she has. I was waiting for the biggest cheer. Now, Gian and I were sitting here waiting to see who would get the biggest cheer. Scooter Patterson, no question. He's become a household name, and deservedly so. But Isabella Vincent there, the youngest competitor who'll be heading off to Tokyo. There's Scooter. Isabella Vincent came out. She has, of course, the luxury of being very far down the order of appearance in terms alphabetically, but also the South Australian home crowd as well. So she got the biggest cheer in my books.
And just to see the fist pumps when they came out, the big smiles on their faces, all of those, the emotions are so real. And, for some of them, it doesn't sink in until this moment.
Well, it's real now. They've quite literally got a boarding pass to that plane that we've been talking about all week. And because of the Paralympic selection criteria, I should say, it is complicated. There are only 32 spots, so they have to work their way through it. And he's done a great job to announce that team, and we can head back down to the pool deck with him.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am delighted to be down on pool deck with rookie Ciara Stephens and veterans of the team Ellie Cole and Ahmed Kelly. I am loving down here on pool deck. It makes me feel like I'm back being part of the team. Ciara, I'll start with you. An incredible swim yesterday in the 100 breaststroke. How does it feel to be part of this Paralympic team?
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, I'm surrounded by my idols, Ellie right next to me, Brendan over there, and it's unreal, really. It's been my dream since I was a little girl, and to finally have made it, it's just amazing. I'm so excited.
Well, you have an amazing training group up there at USC Spartans. What has it been like training in an environment where there are other para-athletes?
Oh, it's amazing and so inspirational. My coach, Nathan Doyle, pushing me every single day, and surrounded by all the other athletes that I swim with. It's just great. They're always there behind you, in those really tough sets that they've got your back, and they're in it with you, so it's just great.
And so there's only 8 weeks to go. What's going to happen now? You go back, you're going to go into a block of hard training and then taper. Talk us through the next 8 weeks in the lead up to the game.
So we're going home for 3 or 4 weeks, and then we're going to go up to Cairns for a warm weather camp, so get a nice hard block in there, and then I think we'll be off to Tokyo and we'll hit the games hard.
And Ellie, now you are an old member of the team, a veteran, going to your 4th Paralympic Games, an extraordinary achievement. You've been riddled with injuries over the last couple of years, and the delay to COVID cannot have been easy. Talk to us about what it's been like leading into these games.
It's been pretty tough last year in particular. I think every single time that we had a goal to work towards, it just got moved. For me, it was probably a blessing in disguise because I fractured my hip 2 weeks before the COVID lockdown happened, so it gave me that extra year. But I know for a lot of athletes, it was really difficult and a really difficult period for them. But now that I look over at my team, we're all the last ones standing. We're the ones that really want to be here, and we're willing to push through that difficult period. So I'm really proud of everyone that made the team, and really happy to be going away with such a resilient team as well.
And you've got an amazing mix of experience and newcomers. What advice would you give, being more experienced, what advice would you give to Ciara and some of the other rookies heading into their first games?
Going into your first games is a really overwhelming experience. For me, I wish that I just took a few moments to appreciate what was around me. I know that in London, I took a video camera with me because in Beijing, everything just went by so quickly. But it's always the teammates that you're going to remember, like Annie, for example. And, eventually you'll have teammates that are going to be calling you out for your team, so it's really wonderful.
And Ahmed, everyone has absolutely, we all loved you forever, but through the Amazon Prime Video coverage, people all over the world have fallen in love with you. We have heard from a package some of your teammates talk about what it's like having you on the team. What's it like having these guys on the team? Talk to us about the team culture on the Australian Paralympic swim team.
I'm just so blessed to have such great friends that look out for me and are so kind. All those words that they've said, it just really blew me away for them to come up and say those words. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Actually, one of the family members had sent me the video. I didn't even know they'd said those words, so it's very, very nice. And the culture is really to really support one another and really back each other up for what will be a tough games. And the thing is, we're in this together, so we'll work really, really hard. And we have a slogan of fast team is a happy team, so that's what we work towards.
It is going to be a different games, but what are you most looking forward to in Tokyo?
I'm really looking forward to putting that green and gold cap on again. Really wanting to swim as fast as I can and make everyone really proud in Australia and all these amazing athletes as well. So try and make them as proud as I can.
Well, you are all certainly going to make Australia very proud. I am extremely proud of you. All the very best of luck.